Hi there, my name is Mark Onoja, and you are welcome to Do Business, where I share with people simple biblical principles to enable them grow their business and career. And like I promised, in the month of July 2023, I would be sharing on biblical principles from the book of Daniel that would enable you to be able to grow your business and your career. And I'm starting today from Daniel chapter 1. I have my KJV here, and I'm going to be reading chapter 1, verse 3. And the king spake unto Haspinash, the master of his eunuchs, that he should bring certain of the children of Israel and of the king's seed and of the princesses of the princes, children in whom was no blemish, but were favored, skillful in all wisdom, cunning in knowledge and understanding science, and such as had ability in them to stand in the king's palace, and whom they might teach the learning and the tongue of the Chaldeans. So, backstory: Daniel was part of the people. So Nebuchadnezzar invaded Israel and took captive. So in the old medieval period, you a king goes to his place to fight. When he conquers the territory, he carries people. So Daniel was part of the people that he carried, and from Bible history, Daniel was a prince, right? Was part of the royal family, and they were taken to Babylon. And the king was like, "Okay, fine. I came to Jerusalem. I saw what was being done, and Jerusalem was also a point of civilization then. And I saw what was being done, and I think I can take these people, their raw talent, and train them so they could serve in the king's cause." So Daniel was part of the people that was picked with other of his friends that was later on named Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and some other people too was picked. So, but if you see the criteria here that the king was looking for, the king was looking for people that were skillful, were cunning, understood science, had the ability to stand before the king, could learn, so that they were investing good talent. Now, when it comes to God, right, working with us, your business and your career is ministry, right? That is how you express God in the marketplace. But something I notice about God is that God doesn't just work with available people or winning people. God prefers to work with people that are available, people that are winning, and people that are skillful. So, if you really want to be used by God very well, you need to be able to increase your skill. So, if you see, the Nebuchadnezzar was wise, like a king. He didn't just pick anyone. He didn't just pick any person from the captive. He handpicked the people that he brought to stand before him, and of course he trained them for 3 years. We'll look at that in the next series. So encouragement to you today, I think it's in the book of Timothy. I've forgotten one of the books. In the Paul was writing that in a great house there are a lot of vessels. There are vessels of wood, vessels of gold, vessels of silver. If a man therefore purge himself, he'll become a vessel that is useful to God. So a vessel can be, someone can be a vessel of wood and be useful to God, and someone can be a vessel of gold and still not be useful to God. So you need in your business and career for you to be able to increase your capacity and skill and get better in what you do. When you do that, you can be used by God in His end times agenda. God likes people that are available. God likes people that are winning. But God always moves a step ahead to work with people that are skillful beyond just being available to God to use, beyond us being willing, which is very good. Those two things are very good. They are basic requirements. But God likes to work with skillful people. Now, if you look at the Bible, the New Testament, like two-thirds of the New Testament was written by a guy called Paul. But there were other apostles. But God decided to work with Paul to write a lot of the books in the Bible. Why? Because if you look at all of them, Paul was the only one that was a doctor among the apostles, right? Another good apostle was Luke. God wrote some books through Luke, but he wrote more through Paul because Paul was a doctor, and Paul went beyond just being willing and available. He was skillful. So in your craft, in your career, in your business, um, God is looking for an entered army where he can be able to harvest souls for his kingdom, where he can be able to dominate the systems of this world for him. But God cannot just use everyone. God will use people that are willing, people that are available, and yes, people that are skillful. So get skillful today so that you can be able to be used by God, and you can stand for God in the king's palace, and you can stand for God in the marketplace, and be one of the army is going to be using in his entrance agenda. I hope this helped. Take care. Stay blessed.